Bart, are you there? Bart?
Yeah, do you hear me?
Oh, I hear you. Great. Good to have you. I know you're in Holland today, which is good. So why don't you share? Have you done that already? Take it
Here
away.
we go.
Yeah, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Magnus. I'm very happy to be here today. So greetings from Amsterdam. It's closer to home than Japan. Uh, Very keen to tell a bit about what we do with Calumino. So with Calumino, we have developed a revolutionary piece of hardware. So we are a true deep tech company, currently in the scaling up phase. So we've just started after a decade of engineering and $30 million our production. The key breakthrough has to do with the positioning of the hardware. So we have developed a revolutionary thermal sensor. This means our sensor sees heat instead of light. And typically people know the technology from military grade applications like night vision, goggles of the army, missile tracking, or high-end security. It's awesome technology, but very expensive to make. Therefore, pretty much restricted to use cases in areas with very high budgets like high-end security and defense. And if you want to do something with thermal, but you don't have that budget, in the past, you would end up working with technologies called thermopiles, which do offer a kind of array and an image, but the performance on the pixel level is not good enough to run reliable analytics on it. And with Calumino, we have engineered a patented new thermal sensor with an optical operating principle that bridges the existing gap. So our sensor offers the sensitivity of military grade sensors, and we can produce them at the cost of a thermopile. So the mission with Calumino that we have is to bring thermal technology to mass market applications. Yeah, and as today we talk about the smart building space, there's two very important things about our technology that make it very attractive to deploy our sensors in the commercial real estate. First of all, our sensor has low resolution, so we have a pixel pitch of around 600 pixel, which means that people, if you look top down, appear as hot, or in hot environments as cold blobs against the background. So we can't identify or monitor any privacy intrusive data here. And that makes it the perfect technology for commercial real estate, as we actually tick all the boxes for the requirements that are typically here, which are that you need to have technology that is smart, affordable, and privacy non-intrusive. The second important thing is that we have developed off-the-shelf algorithms to extract data out of the footage. I'll tell a bit more at the next slide. So basically, we have developed the thermal sensor module. It sees a low resolution thermal image. We have computer vision algorithms to extract data out of that footage. Those analytics run typically on the edge, on the ESP32 platform. But we do have a cloud, we do have plug-and-play products, we have partners with plug-and-play products. So we have a very flexible go-to-market approach. And as you can deploy these sensors anywhere where privacy or cost is a concern, you can generate absolute new insights while still remaining fully privacy non-intrusive. Yeah, then if you look under the hood, what is happening, and this is actual footage of, let's say, what our sensor sees. To quickly explain you what you're looking at. So at the left bottom is just a visual reference. This is not included in the technology, but if I wouldn't include it, you would have no clue where you're looking at. The real resolution is the little blue screen, which is the foreground image. Let me quickly point it here. On the left top, the big blue screen called presence map. This is 4 times upsampled from the foreground. And here you actually see an overlay of analytics where we classify humans with a red circle and objects with a blue square. And what you basically see here is the algorithms at work where the computer vision analytics look at the size and the shape of a block, how it moves. And with that set of data points, we are able to tell whether we're looking at a human, an animal, or an object, which basically then runs on the edge and via open APIs sends the data to any third-party cloud platform. When installed at typical ceiling height, around 3 meters, the sensor covers 40 square meters. So it makes it the perfect technology for the smart building space. There's one final feature on the left-hand side in the middle called median temperatures. The sensor obviously spits out 600 pixels of real temperatures. On the edge, we spit out 4 median temperatures in quadrants. That once you start to monitor an open space, you actually have a clue of the temperatures across that space, basically differentiating the temperatures on the sunny side of the building versus the shadow side of the building. And the features that we currently have running on the edge include motion, people presence and count, including door counting, human location, so XY coordinates, temperature of the blobs, differentiation between human, animals, and objects, and thermal mapping. So basically, when deploying multiple sensors in an open space, and this is a real setup that we have in Sydney, we cover around 1,000 square meters with 35 sensors. You know, privacy non-intrusive, where people are, you can count them, understand how people use the space, where they mingle, where they work, if they like to sit in the hot or in the cold area of the space. Real-time hazardous hotspot detection, so a complete data set that feeds well into control of lights, HVAC, blinds, in order to optimize the user experience, but you still can, have the right comfort levels and optimize your energy savings, for example. Yeah, and then obviously with the same infrastructure, you can look into a variety of security use cases around the hazardous hotspots, fire detection, access control, tailgating, running on the same infra. Then if you look at our go-to-market, so we are the component guys, so we are continuously focused on making our modules smaller, cheaper, more energy efficient. And then we work with a variety of partners that are integrating our sensor modules into products that can be deployed by the end user. So we have now launched with 3 separate companies. So we work with a Norwegian company called iSmart, who have a USB-powered plug-and-play product embedded in the wireless IoT mesh. We have now 2 lighting control companies, one from Europe, one from the APAC region, that have integrated our sensor in let's say, in their lighting control systems, fully allowing a fast, scalable deployment with a variety of options when it comes to powering, interfaces, IoT mesh options, Wi-Fi, and so on. And one of the key differentiators on top is that we don't run a licensing model. So we run a hardware one-off business model with an open API, allowing end customers that don't want to stack SaaS on SaaS on SaaS, but just work with hardware, get an open API, run it on their platform, and have a really, really efficient and cost-effective solutions to start optimizing facility management processes, energy optimization, and so on. Right? So the first one we actually launched was with Daimler's, the UK company. We announced it in May earlier this year at Light Fair in New York. You see on the right-hand side the full stack, including our sensor that is obviously hidden in the plug-and-play product. Yeah, and obviously right now we are going to market. The products will be, so Daimler's is launched, the others will be launched soon. And I am very keen to explore with the corporate partners of things, how we can work together. Yeah, because we are ready now. It's in production, fully de-risked, and it's really an awesome piece of technology to start optimizing the built environment. I think that's it, Magnus.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Bart. It's amazing. I have a question for you, by the way. It's about the power needs of your device. Is it a low power sensor? Is it battery driven or?
Not yet. So
yet.
the solution that we have now is all powered. We anticipate that there will be products coming to the market on a battery in the second half of next year.
Okay, good. So yeah, it's the few years we've been working together, I find it's amazing, your technology, and it's so great to see that you're making this progress now out with all those different partners. So good to have you, Bart, and thank you so much.